Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for this Tuesday, February 11th, 2020, and we're just around 9:10 a.m. Central Time. So what we've got going on today as we're talking and the market's up, everyone's focusing now on the speech that and testimony that Fed Chair Powell is delivering in front of the House first, and then tomorrow in front of the Senate. So he does his usual prepared speeches. They've come out. I'll show you the highlights of it in a minute, and then he'll be questioned. Obviously, coronavirus. Obviously, the market's going to focus on if the Fed makes a move, is it going to be more dovish or more hawkish? The market seems to think more hawkish. No, more dovish, because world economies have slipped. You can see that the gold is down, silver is down, dollar is down. I want to keep going with some of this for a moment. Bonds and notes lower, and you're getting a rally in the energy sector. In the grain markets, very quiet until 11 o'clock today when we get the supply-demand reports from the USDA. We're not looking for any major changes, but it comes out at 11 a.m., so you're going to want to see that. You can see nat gas is bounced off today, and for those of you that get my morning subscriber video, I was pointing out you had hit the lower Bollinger Band. I was looking for the market to recover off that. So there's one part that hasn't yet worked, and I had said you've got to be careful of Tuesday reversals in last night's written updates for my subscribers. Well, you haven't had that yet in the stocks. Around the horn, everywhere else, I'm getting just what I thought would happen. But the delayed reaction may come in the stock market due to Mr. Powell's speech right now in front of the House. So we take a look first at the National Federation of Independent Business came out this morning, very early, around 5 a.m., at 104.3 versus December's 102.7. Now, as I said, Mr. Powell's speaking right now, but these are the highlights. The Fed is watching the emergency of the coronas, which could lead to disruptions. We know in China and spill elsewhere, employers are increasingly willing to hire workers with fewer skills and train them. That's full employment. The pace of job gains remained above what is needed to provide jobs for new workers entering the force. We see that. They're monitoring the emergency of the virus. Maybe I copied that twice. Productivity gains have been subpar throughout the economic expansion, and they're finding ways to boost labor productivity and participation. That's going to remain a priority. What he didn't say is there's no wage inflation. The Phillips curve has been on vacation for a couple of years, don't know when it's going to return. The Trump administration's budget, well, they release it, they tell you where they're at. Believe me, it's a lot of fluff. It's still got to get through Congress. It's still under $1 trillion that they say the debt. We all believe it's going to go over that very quickly. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand is going to meet tomorrow to set its monetary policy. Keep your eye there. And of course, every day we're all focused in on what the coronavirus is. The great news is about it, and there's terrible news and great news. We haven't seen it spread outside of China in any major way, and the mortality rate is certainly substantially less than SARS was. Now the question is there another leg? Is the other shoe going to drop, or does this run its course? That's the things that you have to keep your eye on, and we're going to see where that all carries us. Now, going hand in hand with that, let's see if I can get this. Modern Trader puts out interesting publications. This one's Profitable Strategies in Any Market. Interesting. They have articles on trading the basics, how to trade the flat base pattern, forecasting with caliber and affinity. What is an American crowfoot? These are other ideas, 10 rules for successful trading, but it's how they present everything that I've always been fascinated with. They're good friends of ours, and they give you a lot in this in terms of the graphics, full explanation, where it is, trading ideas. Not for any specific market in this, but the idea, the concepts, and it's all about disciplines. I'm sure that that's what you'll find in this. So how do you get this? It's PDFs, and we put them there so we can email them to you. Go to our website under free offerings. This is one of the many. It's also included in our futures trading kit, which really gives you practically everything that you can imagine. You can click up here at any time to get there. Barring that, I'll see you this afternoon. I'll have a better wrap-up of what the Fed chair has asked, his responses to it, the market's take. We'll see if today ended up being that Tuesday reversal day by the end or not. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good one.